All right, what up? Back at you once again, man, with the plan, the mighty J.O.E. Man, going back in the days again, man, with another hip hop classic. I would like to say classic anyway. It was a dope album, a dope EP, man. And this time, man, we taking it to the Midwest with Bone Thugs and Harmony. They debut EP, Creeping on the Come Up, released June 21st, 1994, man. These guys, we all know the story, man. Discovered by Easy, man. They kept calling the Ruthless Records and till they finally got a hold of them themselves, man, and kicked around for them and hustled up money for some bus tickets, man, out to LA. Just to find out, man, that he was doing a show in Cleveland. Hustled back to Cleveland, man. Got back there and met him, and it was history, man. Went on from there, man, and I think this was real significant, especially for Ruthless, because at the time, man, they had a whole bunch of groups, man, and really no traction. You know what I'm saying? And really no traction. Things was kind of not moving over there, man, and at the same time they had the ongoing beef with Death Row. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of looking like the end for Ruthless, man, because the only person that really was selling, that sold some records over there at the time was, I guess, really himself and you could say MC Ren, But other than that, man, they was on the down. They was down bad, man, and this group pretty much saved the day for Ruthless. You know what I'm saying? And credit to Easy E, because he was very proud of it, because this is something, this was had nothing to do with Dre. There was a group that he discovered, a group that he believed in, and even the producers, young producers at the time, he even put them with them. So you know what I'm saying. So it was just a perfect match, man. For this EP, it was mainly DJ Unique, and DJ Yella, and I want to say Rhythm D, and I think Tony C or something like that, man. But this was all Easy, man. Just his belief in these guys and the belief in the young producers, and he put them together with them, man, and they made it happen. I think they clicked the most with they clicked the most with DJ Unique, throughout their career, man, making albums like Ruthless. But this EP, man, it was something different, cause fast paced rapping, but at the same time, kind of like harmonizing in a way. So it was still kind of dope, man. It wasn't kind of, it was dope. It was something different, and street music. You want to say it had like a dark feel to it. Even this EP with them playing with the intro, with them playing with the Ouija board and all that, Mr. Ouija. Uh, they kind of had that theme right there, man. And like killing, like what I'm saying. It was just something different, kind of dark. And this EP contained like I think like maybe like 8 tracks. I think like the intro, the Mr. Ouija. Uh, then they had No Surrender, Thuggish Ruggish Bone, For the Love of Money, uh, Down for My Thing. They had like a bonus, instrumental for the Love of Money. So it wasn't many songs. Like I say, I think like actually like 5 songs. Uh, for this I think around this time, Flesh had got into some trouble. So when you see him, he, so when you see him, when the album cover was taken, he wasn't there. So that's why you see a big picture of him like in the background. I think that might have been Easy's idea. I'm not sure, but I know another thing was Easy's idea. For those that don't know, "For the Love of Money" was actually recorded like a few years earlier by Yomo and Marky. For their album on Ruthless. But I guess Easy the genius. He just thought they would fit perfect on that track, so they took that same track, man, and they recorded it over with their vocals, and which it worked perfectly and added him. He actually wanted them to write his verse for him, but they didn't. So he had ended up they made him write his own verse. So what we hear on that from him, that was him, and plus he wrote it. So I think that was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't much, but still, because we all know that he never really did a whole lot of writing. Because really he wasn't an MC. He didn't. He just wanted to run a company. He wasn't trying to be a rapper or nothing like that. But kind of came in by default. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that song was produced by DJ Yellow. The original vocals, the singer was your girl, rest in peace, Joelle. But she bolted with Dre when they left, I guess, and went over there to the Death Row, because she was actually she did vocals for she been around. She worked on the Niggas for Life album. You know what I'm saying? So she had vocals on there. So yeah, shout out to Joelle, rest in peace. But I think this EP, even though it was short, it was, I think, well put together with the Thuggish Ruggish Bone was the lead single of this EP. At the time, man, street rap or gangster rap was catching a lot of flack from people, man, from pastors to politicians. You know what I'm saying? To me, man, make a long story short, that was kind of like a segue to get people in for votes and shit like that. A lot of people was targeting rappers at the time, from Ice-T, Tupac, NW, you name it, 2 Live Crew. Even before then, you know what I'm saying? But especially starting in the 80s with the 2 Live Crew. But yeah, politicians ran that shit in their campaigns, man, to try to get elected. You know what I'm saying? Trying to run down on rappers, and even pastors like Calvin Butts and some well-known. It's a clip. I know y'all probably seen it, where they take a whole bunch of cassettes back in the end, stomping on them and shit like that. But it is what it is, man. Where are people like that now? Because man, because it's not even gangster rap anymore. It's like drill rap. Gangster rap is pretty much fairy tales. These niggas is now is actually doing what they saying on records, man. But in reality, you can't be a hardcore criminal and be a rapper. That shit ain't gonna work in the long run, man. We seeing this in real time right now, what's going on with certain people now in the industry, but that's for another day. But like I say, man, it was a little different, fast paced, fast-paced lyrics, man, and a dark with a dark sound to it to me, you know. But overall, it was in also harmonizing. But overall, they were dope, man. Those five dudes, man, they came in and really made a mark. And just recently got a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So shout out to these guys, man. Easy saw the vision, man. He just wasn't around long enough to see the whole thing, being carried out. But he saw something in him and he believed in him. You know what I'm saying? And he knocked it out the park with this one. I believe if he would have survived, I think Ruthless really would have made a full turnaround, man. Everything was about to come back full circle, but that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? We'll never get to see, but hey, it is what it is. But this is definitely a EP worth checking out, man. Like I say, No Surrender. No Surrender was another dope jam. Down for My Thing, produced by Rhythm D, who at the time, man, had just got, I don't know if he was signed, but he was like a in-house producer for Ruthless Records. Another fun fact before then, man, when Death Row was getting started, he was over there hanging out with Death Row producer. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nothing ever came to light, but he was over there hanging around those guys when Death Row was in its beginning stages forming. Because when they went back, if you go back, I don't know if y'all remember the Convicts, Big Mike and 3-2 from Rap-A-Lot. They actually had a deal. I think Jay Prince and Suge Talk. He sent them out there to work on some stuff. They was actually out there working with Death Row artists. And this was way back in the beginning. So yeah. So I think Rhythm D was around. He was around them around that time there. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Rhythm D, man. And he produced. I don't know if y'all remember. I think was it Paperboy, the song Diddy. That was Rhythm D. So yeah, man. But he was able to do a song on this EP, and I think, like I say, the rest of the production was handled pretty much by DJ Unique. That's who they say they click with the most. You know what I'm saying? And he did. Unique did No Surrender, and Thuggish Ruggish, Mr. Ouija, and they just kind of rolled out with Unique. You know what I'm saying? From there on out, but I think this EP went on to go double. I think it's like a triple platinum now. By the time it went double platinum, excuse me, double platinum. But now I think it's up to triple platinum, man. So it's worth to listen to if you haven't. The old schoolers like me, I'm quite sure they know. But if not, man, hey, check it out. And before I leave out, man, I want to say please like, please subscribe, and check it out, man. And I'll be back later with another one. Till then, peace.